long flight. I flew for 30 hours last night. Woke up at 3 a.m. this morning with a beautiful jet lag. But I got to see the sunrise in this beautiful, beautiful country. Thank you for having me here today. This is my 10th time in Jordan. I love your beautiful country. And today, I'm gonna be with you for almost an hour, so bear with me. Always like to start with thanking the association for this wonderful invitation. Like I said, it was a long flight, but I'm very happy to be here. And I like to get to know you a little bit better. So my conferences are always involving my audience. So I'm gonna talk about something that is happening throughout the United States. Is working now? Yes. Awesome. Something that is happening throughout the United States and the world. And this is how we feel, right? A lot of customers are now buying contact lenses online. It's happening in the US, it's happening in Europe, and it's a crazy time right now because customers are now starting to buy more and more contact lenses online. So this is one of the sites from the United States. It's called 1-800-CONTACTS. And you can buy every single contact lens in there. Free shipping. Sometimes they have promotions where they give you free Netflix, okay? And you can find every single contact lens there is. Soft lenses with color, glasses, sunglasses, everything, right? So a few months ago, they also started a new system where the patient doesn't need to go to the optician or the optical shop. Now they can just take the test online and receive their prescription. So it's just skipping the optical shop as a whole. So look at this. So contact lens online ordering companies saw a massive growth of consumer interest, such as 1-800-CONTACTS, for example, reported a 100% growth. Is your optical shop growing at 100%? No, right? We wish. And now that the system that I was telling you about, the Express Eye Exam, is growing at 200% per year. So imagine. And it's not only happening in the United States. I know it's a crazy time in the US. We have the craziest president in the world, but, right? But I'm not gonna get into politics today. But it's also happening in Jordan. So today, I told you, woke up at 3 a.m. and I did some online searching. And it is happening here. And at 3 a.m. when I was up, I could buy soft disposable contact lenses with free shipping and delivered to my hotel the same day. Crazy, right? So what are we gonna do about it? So look, order within 36 minutes and 57 seconds and you will receive it on April 24th. When is April 24th? Right? Okay, so that's crazy. So can we compete? Is it fair? It is not fair, right? And especially it's not fair when we talk about contact lenses being medical devices. They're medical devices. What if a patient buys their contact lenses online and they wash their contact lenses with tap water? What could happen? A cantomila, right? They could lose their vision, right? If the lenses are too tight or too loose, they're gonna be uncomfortable. Nobody's gonna teach them how to wear them properly, right? So crazy times we're living right now. But it's not only that, it's not only the internet. In the United States and in Europe and in Latin America, there are multiple stores where you can buy chicken, you can do oil change, and you can buy contact lenses, sunglasses, and optical frames, right? So you can go with your wife, she can do some shopping, grocery shopping, and you can get your contact lenses and your prescriptions filled. So we need to do something about it. We need to change and we need to adapt. And what happened in 2020? In 2020, we almost disappeared, right? COVID happened. Guess what happened during COVID? Internet got faster. It became available almost everywhere in the world. And patients started buying more and more contact lenses online. If we don't do something about it, we are going, as opticians, as optometrists, as optical shop owners, we are going to disappear. I wish that the dinosaurs would have got a message or a warning saying that there were going to be something falling from the sky that was going to kill them, right? I've been talking about this for over 15 years worldwide. I visit 40 to 50 countries a year. My wife hates my job, but I love talking to people like you, not scaring you, just telling you the reality of what's happening in the world. So we have two options, very simple options. One of them, keep doing the same thing and we're gonna perish. Or we can adapt and change our business model. How do we change our business model? One of them, Dr. May was talking about dry eye. Why don't we talk about dry eye? Why don't we start thinking about dry eye? Why don't we start talking to patients about dry eye? Dr. Omar, talk about ortho-K. Imagine talking to a parent this morning and telling the parent that the kid can wake up tomorrow with 20/20 vision with no contact lenses during the day. He can swim safely, he can run, he can do sports, and at the age of 21, if he wants to have surgery, he can do so, right? So there are multiple things that we can do, but I'm not gonna talk about ortho-K today. We're gonna talk about soft lenses. Why soft lenses? Because majority of you fit soft lenses. But I have an invitation for you. I want you to fit specialty contact lenses. And some of you may tell me, oh, I don't like specialty contact lenses. They're too hard to fit. I try fitting RGPs. I try fitting gas perms or scleral lenses or ortho-K. That's not my thing. Well, let's try to make this your thing. Because it's really simple and it's really easy. And there's a lot of patients that need soft custom contact lenses that have irregular corneas, that have a lot of problems, astigmatism, irregular astigmatism, that they need to wear soft contact lenses, not disposable contact lenses. So let's talk about fitting irregular corneas with soft custom lenses. So here are the options that you have for irregular corneas: gas perm lenses, piggyback, hybrids, scleral lenses, and custom soft. So what did I tell you about the internet sells first? Because we can become the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, the Armani, the Fendi. Now I have the interest of the women here, right? So basically my invitation is, I want you to become the designer of the patient's eyes. How does that work? Imagine designing a soft custom contact lens for a patient. That patient cannot buy that contact lens online. He needs to buy it from where? From you, from you, from you in the back. And it's not hard to fit. So, do you think that size matters? We're talking about contact lenses. Yes, size matters. Are we all A6 14-2? No. So, let me show you. So, in the year 2000, the Pacific University in Oregon in the United States did a study. And do you know that almost 30% of patients cannot wear A6 14-2 diameter? That's almost 30% of patients that were not fitting with custom contact lenses, and we think they all are the same size. We're not fitting ties, we're not fitting socks. Size actually matters, okay? And this is something that the Pacific University did as well. And look, majority of Johnson & Johnson, Alcon, Cooper Vision, Softlens 66, and I'm not talking bad about soft disposable contact lenses. I wear them. I wear Alcon soft disposable contact lenses. Okay, I'm a -4. But look at the sagittal height. The sagittal height of majority of these lenses are almost identical. So why custom contact lenses? Because we can become the designer of the actual lens. There are multiple base curves, custom base curves, 11 diameters, 50 nads, 30 cylinders, 180 axis, and 241 spherical powers. There's over 1 billion combinations if we combine all of this. So what can we do with soft contact lenses? We can treat patients that have steep or flat corneas, small or large corneas, astigmatism, custom astigmatism, minus 275, minus 3 1/4, minus 425, minus 5. And guess where we have a lot of astigmatism? Right here. And a lot of irregular astigmatism as well, right? So the Pacific University also told us, with the study that they did, that 1 of every 4 patients will drop out of contact lenses. 1 of every 4. And they're not going to come to your office, to your optical store, to your clinic to tell you they're going to stop wearing contact lenses. Guess where they're going to go? Surgery. Thank you so much, Habibi. How are you? So, becoming the eye designer of your patient, you can choose the material you want. Hydrogel, silicone hydrogel. You can choose the parameter you want. You can choose filters, no filters. You can choose the design. You can choose the optical zone. And that patient will have to come to you. They cannot buy the lenses online. I can go buy a suit in Sarah, but if I want a custom-made suit, I have to go to my tailor. Become the tailor of your patient's eyes. So contact lenses are becoming so special. Soft custom contact lenses are becoming so special that some companies are even marking the patient's name on the actual box. So imagine giving the patient's box and having their name written, or your optical store, or your own name written in the box. Guess what the patient is going to go? It's going to go to you. So look at this. If we keep fitting contact lenses by just K values, this is a study by Patrick Caroline in the United States. Are those K values identical? K values 4350 and 4350. They are identical, but the HVID, that's the difference, right? Can we fit the same soft contact lens on both of these patients? You can't. Why? Because of the corneal diameter. The horizontal visual iris diameter of those patients is completely different. We need to use 2 different types of soft contact lenses. So one size does not fit all. We're not fitting socks, we're fitting contact lenses. So now let's go into a typical refractive correction. So there are actually soft lenses for irregular corneas. We have a lot of irregular corneas here in the Middle East. A lot of irregular astigmatism, allergies, genetics, right? So what type of patients can we fit with soft custom contact lenses? We can fit PND, RK, trauma, post-transplant, nipple cone, large sagging cones, PKP, post-LASIK patients, you name it. So basically, soft contact lenses, like I said, you can choose different diameters, different base curves. You can even choose the stabilization system that you use on that lens. The optical zone can be changed as well. So, like I said before, you can do either silicone or regular hydrogel. And look at the base curves. 6.0 to 8.7, diameter 13 to 16, the power plus 20 to minus 20. And look at the cylinder, minus 75 to minus 10. Majority of the custom lens manufacturers and labs around the world have these custom parameters. And you can choose the axis. So imagine fitting a patient that has keratoconus with a soft lens in silicone hydrogel. And you choose the prescription. What is that patient going to go? It's going to go to you, right? He cannot buy these lenses online. And I keep rephrasing and rephrasing this over and over again because I want you to leave this conference knowing that you can actually make a difference in your optical shop. So it works just like a regular toric lens. it has a stabilization prism ballast, and you fit it just like a regular toric lens. Best candidates? People that want the best comfort and they want good vision. What would you rather have? A patient that has an RGP that is 20/20 but can only wear the lenses for 2 or 3 hours because of discomfort, or have a lens that will give him 20/40 vision but he can wear the lenses for 8 to 10 hours a day? Option 2, right? We need to think about different factors, not only the vision factor. This is a beautiful case from Latin America, patient wearing a soft custom lens after Intex. It's extremely easy to fit, okay? So all you have to do, take the medium K, okay? K1, K2 divided by 2, and that's it. Change it from diopters to mm, and choose it from the fitting set. How do we select the diameter? HVID plus 2 mm, and you choose the diameter. Remember, you're fitting a custom contact lens. You can even choose the thickness of custom lenses. So for cylinders of -2 and below, you can start with thickness of 0.30, and cylinders above -2, you start with 0.50. I told you it's very hard to see because of the light, but it has a V mark. Yeah, you can see it. So if you fit it just like a regular toric lens, if it rotates, you just add Lars. That's it. It is that simple. You can always use a fluorogram as well, but please remember, soft lenses, you need high molecular fluorescein. So look at this patient. So this is a 17-year-old patient with keratoconus. We tried fitting this patient with scleral lenses, with hybrid lenses. We tried everything in the books, and the patient was just not comfortable. Even with scleral lenses are extremely, extremely comfortable. We have a workshop later that is going to discuss scleral lenses, but the patient could not do insertion and removal because scleral lenses are bigger. So we did a soft custom contact lens. Vision, I know that I could have reached 20/20 with a scleral lens, but what would I rather have? Scleral lens 20/20 that the patient can now wear because he cannot apply it at home. I cannot be with the patient 24/7, right? So we went with a soft custom lens. Another case, look at this. So over refraction, plus 150 minus 275 at 16, plus 175 minus 50 axis 10. The final lens, courtesy of Buddy Russell in Atlanta, Georgia, 2020 and 2015. Flex Lens PRS. This is another custom lens that I really, really enjoyed fitting on patients. This is for post-LASIK or any type of post-surgical patient. So post-LASIK, RK, PRK. So basically it works like a reverse geometry lens. Base curve 6.0 to 11, diameter 10 to 16, power plus 30 to minus 30. Again, how does a reverse geometry lens works? The periphery is steeper than the actual central curve. Look, can you fit a regular disposable contact lens on that cornea? Every single time the patient will blink, that lens will fluctuate and it will dance in the eye. And these patients are extremely, extremely difficult. Why? Because they already went to the ophthalmologist and they already paid thousands of dollars for surgery, and they want crispy vision and they don't want to wear anything. Unfortunately, he has to wear something, right? So 2025, visual acuity, another case study. Flex Lens ARC. Look at the visual acuity, 2020 and 2015. Extremely easy to fit. So again, think about soft custom lenses. Think about becoming the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci, the Armani, the Fendi of your patient's eyes. Let's do something about it. The internet is not gonna go away. It's here and it's gonna stay. And if we don't change our business model, I don't care what you choose. I don't care if it's pediatrics, dry eye, ortho-K, scleral lenses, RGPs. But let's think about something, because otherwise the internet is going to win. Thank you so much. Well, I have another one, right?
I have a question.
Yes.
What's the acceptable over refraction for cylinder